Hello everybody, welcome to Cooking with Cassidy. I'm Cassidy, and today we are going to be making football-shaped cookies. It's playoff time, and everybody loves playoff football, just like everybody loves cookies. Even dogs love football and cookies. To make football cookies, you'll need the following items: vanilla, baking powder, flour. No, not that kind of flour. Flour, an egg, sugar, softened butter, and salt. Let's get started. Preheat your oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. In a mixer, we are going to cream together the softened butter and sugar until it's light and fluffy. Do not be afraid to get your hands messy. Start the mixer on medium speed. And turn it down if it's starting to flow out. Now that you can see how light and fluffy it is, we're going to use a spatula to get all of the butter and sugar off the mixing blade and the walls of the bowl. Now we can mix in our egg and vanilla. The egg. Boop. And the vanilla. Now put your mixer on low speed until it's just mixed in. Your mixture should look something like this. In a separate bowl, we're going to combine the flour, the baking powder, and the salt. Now that your dry ingredients are combined, we're going to add them to the sugar mixture slowly while mixing. Make sure you don't put too much in or it'll explode all over you. Now that all your ingredients are combined, we're going to scrape it off of the mixer and divide it into 2 parts. On a sheet of wax paper, we're going to divide the mixture into 2 balls. One way to do this is to make one ball, or blob thing, and put it into 2 parts. They don't have to be equal, just make them sort of equal. And they don't have to be perfectly rounded either, just kind of like globs. Like mine. Now that we have our 2 balls of dough, we're going to take one of them, it doesn't matter which, and we're going to start to roll it out on a floured surface. It can be a counter or a cutting board, it doesn't matter. Just make sure that it's floured. So make sure your rolling pin is also floured. And we're going to roll it out until it's about 12 inches wide and 1/8 inch thick. Now that we have rolled out our dough, we're going to take a football-shaped cookie cutter. It really doesn't matter, but for this recipe, it'd be best if you use a football. And you're going to dip it in flour. After that, you're going to cut out 1 cookie, move it, shake it just a little bit so it get a little gap between there, and then you're just going to lift it out. You're going to do the same for another one, and until you use up all the batter. You don't have to reflour it every time. Just flour it after it gets a little less, like, unfloured. Now that we've cut out all of our cookies, we're going to lift up the scraps. Do not throw these away or do anything with them because we're going to reuse them to make more cookies. So we can basically just lift up all this and put it in a pile next to us. Now that we've cut out all of our cookies for this dough cycle, we're going to scoop them onto an ungreased cookie sheet. And if they don't fill up all of your cookie sheet, that's okay. You can just wait for the next batch to be done and then you can put them in the oven. But if they do fill up your cookie sheet, you're gonna put them in the oven for 6 to 7 minutes or until they get kind of browned a little. Not burnt though, you don't want them to be burnt. Take your full sheet of cookies and put them in the oven. And after that, you're going to set a timer for about 6 to 7 minutes. Take your scraps and combine them with the other ball of dough. They don't have to be like mixed in or anything. Now just repeat the process of rolling out your dough. Now that the cookies are brown but not burned, you can take them out of the oven. It took me a little closer to 8 minutes to do this, but everyone's oven is a little different. Now that the cookies have cooled, we can move them over to a drying rack. And it can just be like a plate, but the racks are better because they have gaps for the air to leave. Now that we've made all of our cookies, it's time to get started on the icing. You're going to need softened butter, vanilla extract, cocoa powder, confectioner's sugar, and milk. So we're going to beat the butter real quick. It doesn't have to be super quick. Even this is good. Now we're going to add the sugar. And the cocoa powder. Just mix it on low because you don't want it to get really exploded. Now add the vanilla and the milk. Whip it around until it's very smooth like this. Now that we've made the icing and the cookies, make sure that the cookies are completely cooled off so that they're not warm at all. You're gonna take a spatula that's kind of hardish, but not like too hard. And you're gonna take a little bit of icing. It's okay if there's a little bit of chocolate powder still not stirred in because it's just gonna stir it. It's not like it has to bake or anything. So you're gonna just spread it real slowly and evenly across the cookie and scoop it off the edges because you need to have something to hold on to that's not covered in icing. And once you do that, take white gel or icing, or you can like make more buttercream that's not chocolate, and you can just do like a football pattern. So I'm just gonna do something like this. And here are your delicious football cookies, perfect for any playoff game or the Super Bowl. Go Cowboys 2018!